This video is brought to you by Ionna and OpenVPP. Ionna, the EV charging network brought to you by the world's leading automakers. Ionna is raising the bar on what it means to charge. We're talking a 400 kilowatt charge rate minimum, nationwide network built with the customer in mind. Fast, reliable, affordable, every single time. And OpenVPP, a global virtual power plant for electric vehicles. See vehicles charging across the world and zoom in to see real-time charging status in what aims to be the world's largest vehicle virtual power plant. OpenVPP allows you to track charging history, energy usage, and daily trips, comparing your usage versus others day to day and month to month. With OpenVPP, we're working together to showcase the potential of EV charging to electric grid operators. There may even be future coordinated EV charging rewards coming soon. So sign up today at world.openvpp.energy. It's completely free to join and takes under 60 seconds.
Hello and welcome back to another Out of Spec Reviews video. Today I am so excited because I am in beautiful California. I am at the Sand and Surf Resort in Laguna Beach, thanks to Subaru. Behind me we have the 2026 Trailseeker, and I cannot thank Subaru enough for including us. And I want to thank you guys because this is my very first solo event. Behind the camera I have my buddy David, who this morning when I was paired up with a random driver, I got so nervous. I started shaking, I turned red. Even thinking about it now, I'm getting uncomfortable again. But he eased my nerves. He got in the car, I said, I am nervous, this is my first event by myself. You were so reassuring, so thank you for that. He helped answer all of my questions throughout the day, and we honestly just had a lot of fun with this and the Uncharted. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys about the trim levels, the pricing, and I'm going to give you some driving impressions, which, spoiler alert, it's pretty good. So let's dive into it. The Subaru Trailseeker is Subaru's fully electric, adventure-oriented compact SUV, essentially an alternative to the beloved Subaru Outback, but in a slightly shorter and taller package, while still aiming to deliver the same trail capability that Subaru buyers expect. It rides on Subaru's dedicated EV platform shared with Toyota's BZ models, and it focuses on dual motor all-wheel drive performance and ground clearance rather than outright range leadership. In the broader EV market, it competes most directly with vehicles like the Toyota BZ Woodland, the Tesla Model Y, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, and the Kia EV6. These are all compact electric SUVs in the $40,000 to $50,000 range, though Subaru tends to lean harder into rugged styling and light off-road credibility. What differentiates the Trailseeker from most of these competitors is Subaru's off-pavement software tuning. This is the 2026 Subaru Trailseeker. Now, we've already done a full review of this on our Out of Spec Reviews channel. Jordan and Dave did it about 6 months ago at the New York Auto Show, so not too different. Now, this particular version is the touring version. So when we're talking about trim levels, there are 3 trim levels. There is the premium that starts at $39,995. Is that right, David? No, I think it starts right at around $39,000. So you've got the premium, you have the limited, and then you have the touring like we have right here. And this touring MSRP's for $48,000. It is built on the e-TNG platform, or the e-Tenga platform that is shared with Toyota. And if you're looking at the car and thinking, that looks like a BZ Woodland, well, you'd be right, because they're basically the same car. With the touring package, you do get the upgraded wheels. I'm trying to make sure. Standard is the 18-inch wheels, but these are bigger. These are definitely not. These are the 20-inch wheels that you get with the touring package. All of them come on all-season tires, and we were able to feature that today. As far as the battery goes, they all have the same battery. It uses CATL cells, and it is a 74.7 kilowatt hour battery. They didn't give me any more information on that. This is class leading ground clearance. It is exactly 8.5 inches of ground clearance. That was a big thing that they wanted you guys to know. So now you know. All variants being the premium, limited, the premium, the limited, and the touring are all-wheel drive. And I think that about covers it. I do want to show you guys the cargo space on this, because I think compared to the Uncharted, I mean, obviously it's on a longer wheelbase, it's a bigger car, but it's a really good amount of cargo space. So for those of you who don't know, I'm 5'10". It's very comfortable in here. There's plenty of space. I have 2 big dogs, so I feel like I could easily put them in here. The seats fold down. Speaking of being 5'10", let's check out the room in the back, which of course has all my stuff. But even with all the stuff, this is in my driving seating position, so plenty of space. So you can have 4 solid size adults here and 2 big dogs and be very comfortable. And the reason I bring that up is because when you think about Subarus, you think about adventuring and off-road and camping and hiking. And that's what you're gonna be doing with this car. So you better hope that there's plenty of room. I'm gonna come around here. This does come with a rear windshield wiper. They said they were able to do that because of the shape of the window. With the Uncharted, it's a little bit more circular, a little more rounded, so it doesn't allow for you to have that rear wiper. So when you're getting all muddy, you know, you can clean it off. Here we have NACS, exactly what I would expect on a vehicle in 2026. Charging, it's not that impressive. 10 to 80 takes about 30 minutes. Peak charging is 150 kilowatts. You know, I think it's 2026. I think you either need to have a bigger battery pack than 74.7 kilowatt hours or faster charging. You can't have a small battery and crummy charging. So pick one. That's kind of what I think. I keep referencing this. One thing that this does offer that the Uncharted does not is towing capacity. So the Trailseeker can do 3,500 pounds of towing. So a small camper or something like that would be completely fine. I think now is probably a good time to get into my driving impressions. But before I do that, I do just want to thank everybody who patiently watches these videos, or David, who's behind the camera and has helped me grow. I do get pretty nervous because this is not necessarily my niche. So I want to just thank every viewer, Subaru, and everybody who continues to be patient. I will continue to get better. And now let's go ahead and get into some driving impressions and let's take it off road. Let's go drive the Subaru Trailseeker. All right, we have X Games mode on, or X mode. And this is where X mode comes in. It is Subaru's low-speed traction management system that recalibrates throttle response, all-wheel drive torque distribution, stability control, and braking to maximize grip on slippery surfaces like snow, mud, or loose gravel. I don't want to go too fast into this. You gotta use all those wheels. Where am I going? Down straight? Oh. Very jerky when you try to like creep down the hill. And then it just does that. Within X mode, they also offer grip control, and grip control acts like a low-speed off-road cruise control system. It maintains a steady crawling speed and automatically modulates throttle and applies individual wheel braking to prevent wheel spin. This is especially helpful when climbing things like a loose hill, descending down something steep and slick, or crawling through uneven terrain where delicate pedal inputs would otherwise be required. In simple terms, X mode optimizes the car for traction, and grip control lets you focus on steering while the vehicle carefully manages the power and the braking for you. We're going up. I think just like David, I'm getting the hang of the brakes and the slow climb down right at the end of the course. This is X Games mode. This is the camera, obviously with the camera on. And then I'm gonna put grip. I'm gonna put it to mid, which is what they're suggesting over here. And then let's see how good the grip control is. It is a comfortable ride off-road. Like, I don't feel like a lot of head bobble. I say as my head bobbles. Okay, this is the part I'm the most nervous about. Send it. Just send it, be brave. He said, yeah, you're good? I don't think I'm good, my man. He's saying that I'm good, but I'm sideways. Go on, keep going. Oh, did not like that part. I can't believe I just did that. Now this is my second Subaru event. They bring up the dogs. They're like, oh yeah, these people have dogs. Look at all these charts on what pets go in. Why is there no dog mode? Why are we gonna bring up dogs, but there's no dog mode? I think that's odd. Yeah, I don't love the Squircle steering wheel. It does give me more room, and I am a taller person. I'm 5'10" for anybody that's watching. So I do appreciate that, but I'd much rather just have a circular steering wheel. Okay, so I have it on like level 3 of their region, and I think that's fine. I didn't explain very well at the event what I actually loved and didn't love about this car, so here's the quick version. It is genuinely fast with dual motors and around 375 horsepower. That makes it one of the fastest Subarus ever. It also just feels genuinely adventure ready right out of the box. It has so much cargo space, along with standard all-wheel drive, real ground clearance, and X mode and grip control to back it up. Those are features that I look for personally in any vehicle. On the flip side, the range is decent, but not necessarily class leading, and the charging speeds are fine. They're just not impressive compared to some rivals, but I really think this car will capture the hearts of previous Outback owners and adventure seekers alike. Well, guys, that was me driving around in the Subaru Trailseeker. I keep mixing up these names between the Uncharted, the Trailseeker. You know, I feel like they could have done better naming conventions there because it is a little confusing. One thing that I did not mention at the beginning of this video was the range. So this Trailseeker with the touring package comes in at 274 miles of range. You know, when you're out seeking some trails, it doesn't seem like it's that much. I would like it to be closer to 300 miles of usable range, but maybe Subaru will watch this video and take the hint. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching, and please let me know down in the comments below what I can improve on. What questions did I not answer for you about this Subaru, and do you think that you're gonna get one? Let me know, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. Bye-bye.